The title of this poster is Making Eating and Drinking Solutions, made by Therese Wilkham, PhD, ATP. The first image on this poster is showing a cup holder that has been made with 3/4 inch PVC. It has 2 elbows in it. It has a mounting plate that is 3" by 3" that has industrial Velcro on the plate, and it is attached to a 2" circular receiver made out of one wrap, and a tapered beverage just slides and drops right in there. When it gets 3/4 of the way up the cup, it stops. That's what's great about tapered beverage containers. But this is, it gets bent, not bent, it looks like that we have two 90-degree bends in this contraption. It's raised up about, maybe it's 3 inches above the armrest. The woman sitting in the wheelchair, it rotates around. I've created a tube with 2 receptacles. The tube is secured to the armrest bracket, vertical, and then the other is to the leg rest. So this whole thing rotates back and forth. So it's multi-use. 1 minute it can be used for a cup holder. The next minute it can be used for a cell phone holder. The next image shows Caitlin. I've taken Instamorph and I have shaped Instamorph around the cup. Caitlin wanted to be able to drink a beverage, her favorite coffee, and to be able to hold a cup. So it turns out if I make a little hook that her thumb can slide into, she can then grip and hold the cup. The text on this image says, adapting a cup using Instamorph for an individual who experiences arthrogryposis. The next image is, I call it the virtual PCA, personal care assistant. And in this image, it's a tabletop mount. The base of the tabletop mount that it's 12 inches wide by 9 inches deep, and it has 3 15-inch mounting arms that come up vertically, made out of 3/4 inch lock line, which are the ball and sockets that snap together. And there is a UNH t-shirt, like a toddler's t-shirt. One arm goes through the right sleeve, the other arm goes through the left sleeve, and the center arm goes through the center, goes through the neck. And that arm comes up, and so the head on top of this shirt is an iPad, and the iPad has a male's face, and he's smiling. And on the right arm that extends out is a mounting disc that is holding a cup, and the cup is a tapered beverage, and the cup holder is made out of 2-inch wide one wrap, and it is secured to the mounting disc that is perpendicular. The left hand is holding an egg salad sandwich. Now that egg salad sandwich is inserted into a spring clip that's horizontal, that attaches to a 3-inch mounting disc that is horizontal, that is attached to the lockline arm. So this kind of extends across the table. This was made for a gentleman who uses a wheelchair. He has no use of his arms or legs, so that he can drink beverages and eat, and also interact with somebody virtually, right? So I call it the virtual personal care assistant, hands-free eating and drinking and socializing. This next image on the poster is was inspired in terms of the Sushi Susan, and I'm actually going to come back to this image because I want to show you the original Sushi Susan. This is Tony, and he has arthrogryposis and wanted to eat sushi. And So I was at Bed Bath and Beyond, and I saw two microwavable plates. I was like, wow, if we turn those upside down, I could create a way that it could spin, and I could take corrugated plastic, take my scissors, snip the partition. I could slide the forks in there, and he could use his upper extremity, like his head, right? And so he uses his mouth, grabs the sushi, and then takes his bottom lip and rotates, pushes that fork and goes to the next fork for the next fork. So it rotates. So it's something very simple so he could eat sushi independently. So there's two QR codes on this image, and it demonstrates sushi operating it. One video is 1 minute and 55 seconds, and the other one I think is about 30 seconds. And the text on this image reads, Sushi Susan using two upside down microwavable plates, recycled election signs, corner guard, and lock line components. Tony is about ready to lean forward to grab a piece of sushi off of one of the forks. There are 8 forks that are inserted on the back of a upside down plate. And what you can't see in the image is how it rotates. I made a rotating thing with corner guard. At the bottom of this image, the text reads, please note that this was the first rotating hands-free solution that I created. You will see a faster, simpler design that may be much more cost-effective and practical to make. So I came up with a faster solution that fits inside of a pencil case. So I just took a 3" by 3" piece of corrugated plastic, and on top of that 3x3, I then put these strips of corrugated plastic on top. Looks like a big old star that goes out all 4 corners perpendicular, and then one that goes horizontal. So now I can fit 8 forks in because I snipped the partition with a pair of pointy scissors so that all the forks slide in. And then I made this thing that rotates and spins. It's called a caster bell. And the caster bell has a piece of Remo 2 on it. And then it is attached to a piece of 3/4, 1/2" CPVC pipe attached. It's about maybe 8 inches. That's attached to some Instamorph that is then slid over and attached to a quick grip clamp. And so this whole thing spins. You can use your mouth, and I wanted to make it so it fits inside of a pencil case. You can take it to restaurants. I'm sitting at mouth level demonstrating how this rotates and works so I can reach forward. The video shows how you can put spoons in there for eating. It shows like beets and how you can also put an egg salad sandwich on there or crackers. The video is 8 minutes and 34 seconds. There's a QR code on this image titled Hands-Free Eating and Drinking. All right, the next image is ice cream cone holder demo. And this is a base that is made out of 1/4" acrylic, which is probably 8 inches by 10 inches. And there is a 3" mounting disc that is attached using U-glue. On top of that, 1/2" lock line is snapped on that. The arm is extending upward about 12 to 15 inches, and then extended outward over the table, and then using one wrap, making a little receptacle for an ice cream cone to drop into. The one wrap is secured to the base using a vertical 3" by 3" mounting square that has lock line on the back that snaps into a 90-degree lock line elbow. So it's kind of cantilevered out, and the person is eating the ice cream and is picking up the ice cream cone and is rotating it over to the left and to the right. And then I have a zoomed in image so that you get a better shot at looking at how the cone attaches to the 3x3 vertical plate. And lock line, you can position it to wherever in front of the person's mouth so they can be independent in eating an ice cream cone hands-free. There is a QR code on this image titled Ice Cream Cone Holder Demo. The video is 56 seconds. The next image shows the same type of attachment, except this time the 1/2-inch lock line is slid over a 7-inch quick grip bar clamp that is secured to the edge of the table. And it says materials needed: 1/2-inch lock line elbow, 3-inch by 3-inch mounting square with a fixed mount on the back, one wrap, 12 inches of Velcro brand one wrap, a 12-inch bar clamp, and there's a QR code on here that says water bottle challenge. The video is 3 minutes and 50 seconds and shows how to make this cup holder for tapered beverage containers that extend outward from the table. This next image shows that virtual personal care assistant that I was showing before, but what's nice about this one is rather than having a sandwich holder, it has a horizontal tray with edges made out of corner guard, and you can put a slice of pizza on there. You can put buffalo wings, celery or carrot sticks, and you can guide the food into your mouth by pulling it and biting as you go. This has a video that goes with it. There's a QR code on it that says making a PCA. It's 3 minutes and 15 seconds. And it says multiple trays can be attached with hook and loop to support a variety of food choices. And once again, all these QR codes and images can be found in the book called Make Stuff and Love People, Assistive Technology Solutions in Minutes, Book 3. This next image shows a young boy with spastic cerebral palsy, and he is sitting in a wheelchair, and he has this wheelchair tray, and he's using his elbow to stabilize. He's unable to bring food up to his mouth. So therefore, I created a rotating arm that clamps in the upper left-hand corner of his tray so that, and then I wrapped a piece of 17-inch industrial twist tie around the lock line arm so he can grab that industrial twist tie and pull the food toward his mouth. Then I created a second bumper, so if he lets go, it won't swing away from him. It will hit the stopper. So it says he stabilizes his elbow and grips and pulls on the spoon toward his mouth using an industrial twist tie. The one wrap holds the spoon. The second 17-inch industrial twist tie wraps around a mini bar clamp and acts as a bumper or stopper to keep the arm from rotating out of reach. The mounting arm rotates around the bar clamp, the 12-inch bar clamp in the upper right-hand corner of his tray. The next image shows the same young boy. This time, instead of putting a spoon in his mouth, it shows the spring clip at the end holding a donut. And the text on this image says a hair tie is wrapped around the spring clip to add additional tension to hold the donut. And then it says the industrial twist tie is wrapped around the spoon and inserted into one wrap. Okay. And the next image is me demonstrating a hands-free sandwich holder using a spring clip. The sandwich holder is once again made with lock line. It is 12 inches of lock line attached to a 3-inch mounting disc base on the table. There's a second 3-inch mounting disc that's horizontal that attaches to a horizontal spring clip made out of corrugated plastic. The sandwich slides into the spring clip. The spring clip offers enough tension so that when you lean forward, you take a bite, you can keep sliding the sandwich towards you. So this is a nice hands-free sandwich holder. And it comes with a QR code that you can scan, and the video is 46 seconds. This next image is a hands-free water bottle holder. and it is comes with a QR code that is a minute and 39-second video. And the water bottle holder, it is not a tapered beverage container. So therefore, I have to create somewhat of a holster for the bottle to drop into. And I create this holster using 3-inch wide by 3-inch deep corner guard that I found in the wallpaper department. And that is secured to a 3-inch by 3-inch square mounting disc that has a lock line fixed mount on the back that then attaches to 1/2-inch lock line that rotates around cantilevers off the edge of the table using a quick grip bar clamp, a 12-inch quick grip bar clamp. The bar clamp slides in the center of the lock line and it keeps the 12 inches of the lock line from bending. So therefore, we can get just the end piece to bend. This water bottle, you could put up to 20 pounds of water in it if you needed to. But the cool thing is, you want the water bottle to be tipped at about a 30-degree angle from the person's mouth, because at 30 degrees with these contiguators, it requires the least amount of suction to be able to get the water to come out. So it's a nice roll up with your wheelchair. You got the right position and angle because of the lock line. So there's a QR code on this as well. It says hands-free water bottle holder, and the video is 1 minute and 39 seconds. And at the bottom of this poster, it says University of New Hampshire Institute on Disability with the UNH Shield. 18NH is funded under the provision of Administration for Community Living, ACL, through grant number 2401 NHATSG.